There was a time when adults felt like they had to leave behind every part of their childhood when they came of age. But those days are gone. As holiday shopping starts to really ramp up, the toys being gifted this year won't just be for kids. Many of them will also be snatched up by grown-ups. Will Ganss takes a deep dive into the nostalgic world of Kidults and finds out the great lengths some major toy companies are going to get their business.
Welcome to the colorful, cuddly, top-secret world.
Welcome to the vault.
Of Kidults. Kidult, a made-up word with real-world impact.
Grown-ups that are kids at heart. Adults that want to play with toys and games because toys and games are fun for all ages, as we know. On the tail of the pandemic, families that were trapped at home realized that there's real fun and benefits to play at all ages.
Kidults, age 12 and older, were the biggest source of growth in the toy industry last year, according to Circana, a firm that tracks consumer behavior. Circana says about 1/4 of all toy sales are for the Kidult group, driving more than $9 billion each year. As we found out at this year's toy fair, Kidults are having a lot of fun behind the wheel.
It's cool to be a super fan nowadays.
Yes, it's cool. It is cool. It's always been cool, but we as adults have put up too many boundaries and borders around us, and now we've taken them down.
In fact, this holiday shopping season, the Toy Association says 89% of parents say they'll be shopping for grown-ups.
They're going to be shopping for all the different types of grown-ups in their lives. And because of that, toy makers are also leaning in to designing their products or evolving their products so that they can work for these different age groups.
Some of America's favorite toy brands now getting a makeover for a slightly more mature audience.
I thought that I had seen it all in my 31 years of life, but I have never seen a Build-A-Bear with a beer.
Well, we do have Build-A-Bears with beer and Cabernet or Paw Seca.
Build-A-Bear launching the Bear Cave, aimed at shoppers 18 and up, featuring characters from Gremlins, The Mandalorian, and even Friends.
People have such lovely, wonderful memories of going to Build-A-Bear when they were kids. And now they want to kind of remember that special feeling, but based on content that wasn't really designed first for kids. It was really first for adults.
For companies marketing to Kidults, nostalgia is big business.
Breaking news, Beanie Babies are back. As we talk about kidulting, we gotta talk about nostalgia, and there is nothing more nostalgic than a Beanie Baby. And while we do have old favorites like Bones here invited back to the party, we've got exciting new products like squishy beanies. How cute is this?
And that interest in nostalgia spurred in part by recent hardships.
We've just been through a horrific pandemic. It's clear that one of the big triggers for nostalgia is any kind of sudden, substantial change that might even connote adversity, stress, anxiety, loss of control. We had the social distancing and the lockdowns, and some of that changed the way we live. Our lifestyle is different now. Remembering the toys that were so precious when you were young yourself, toys that you once had. The collectible market is huge on this.
Remember Razor scooters?
#1 best-selling scooter in the world just got a whole lot hotter.
This is not the Razor that I grew up with.
Absolutely.
You guys have grown up too.
Yeah, absolutely. Over the past 23 years, we went from being a kid's line of scooters. As we've grown up, so have the products.
E-bikes and scooters and go-karts, translating to intergenerational play for parents, grandparents, and kids.
I think especially during COVID and during the pandemic, we saw a lot of three-generational households come together. At Razor, we started paying attention in our own lives and in our customers' lives. We see the grandparents playing a larger and larger role, not only in the purchasing, but also in the play.
Jazzwares, the company behind Squishmallows, capitalizing on that collectability. Tell me a little bit about, now that we're inside the vault,
Yes.
what some of this stuff is.
Yes, in the vault. So what we do at Jazzwares, we do some of the higher end product, limited edition, exclusive, only available for a certain amount of time under our Vault brand.
They're the types of toys Phoebe Taylor and Jeff Zappola have spent decades collecting. How many individual pieces am I looking at here?
Right here,
I would say 1 to 2,000.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The New York City couple says a rare find like the driller
This is the kind of stuff that we get so excited about seeing.
comes their way but once a year if they're lucky.
Or two, right?
He's very rare. This
Yes.
is from Thundercats. He is cool because he has a thing in the back that makes it spins around. But once again, a character that barely showed up in the show, but also this is a pretty fragile toy. We usually have
I'm watching Jeff's blood pressure raise as we're talking about him.
The duo now sharing their love of vintage toys and games with the world.
No need to adjust your screens. We have stepped back in time. The Museum of Nostalgia. You have the best job ever, Phoebe.
Thank you. I think so too.
A place for kidults to buy the lost toys of their youth.
The big thing is now we're actually adults and we can buy the stuff ourselves. We have our own adult income and trying to reclaim some of those things that maybe we never got to have or had but lost in a fire or that we sold in a garage sale or something. There's that joy of reclaiming something from a happy time when we were a kid, but we can pay for it ourselves now.
And the perfect place for newbies to learn the ABCs of nostalgia. A for Alf, B for Barbie, C for Cabbage Patch Kids.
It's the families. It's the parents that come in with a 3 or 4-year-old kid and they go play in the back, and then we get to talk to them about their childhood. Or what's even more wonderful is when I hear them giving them a little tutorial of like, this is what I had as a kid, and they're making that connection.
Connection and joy.
As an adult, what role does play factor into your life now?
Play makes me a happier person.
Yeah.
Happier is putting it mildly.
We're just monkeying around.
Thanks to Will for that.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.